to go. Hey, 71. 71. Rhinos to go.
Three receivers to the left for Wolford. He's looking to that side. Again, it's another complete pass. And it's a first down one more time for Mullaney. As we wind down here in the first quarter, impressive performance so far by Richard Mullaney out of Oregon State.
Yeah, he had options on that one. He had Freddie Martino open as well.
An action-packed first quarter here in Orlando. Tight ball game, 6-3. Back for more in the second after this.
They can't stop us. They can judge or dismiss us, but we'll come back. Because you can't stop pride or power. You can't stop speed or spirit. You can't stop genius or passion. Or you can't stop coming together, anticipating, celebrating. You can't stop the players. You can't stop the places. You can't stop Sunday or Saturday. You can't stop football, and they can't stop us. The Alliance of American Football.
And Apple stores, if you download it now, all kind of Easter eggs hidden inside. See what you can find and enjoy. Jason Fisher down on the sideline with the man responsible for the only touchdown of the game so far.
That's right, Charles. You're clicking so far this season, leading the Alliance in receiving yards, a touchdown early. I saw a little frustration, though, out of you on that last drive. What happened there?
One, it's just like there's certain coverages that I expect to get the ball on certain routes, and if it don't come sometimes, I just want to move the ball up and down the field, and then third down, I didn't get the first down, so I was a little bit frustrated after that as well.
Well, talk a little bit about the chemistry between you and Garrett. You guys are clearly clicking.
Yeah, we just got great trust in one another, and he trusts that I'm going to get open. I trust that he's going to break the throws, and it all starts with the O-line up front. If they don't block it up, nothing else happens.
All right, well, good luck the rest of the game, Charles. Dan, back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Jason.
Love receivers giving the O-line some love. How about that?
First time for everything.
That's great. Good job, Charles.
Charles Johnson with his third touchdown catch of the season. He has been nothing short of spectacular so far.
Down. Hey, key. Ready, hot.
Wolford has a man off the fingertips down the sideline. Oh, he had him. Marquise Bundy with a step right off the fingertips.
It looked like Danny got him a little pump fake right there. You can see the little jab step right there, working against Ladarius Gunter. Oh, just off the fingertips. Boy, Wolford was thinking touchdown the whole way there. This offense has looked pretty darn good here to start this game, Dan.
Ready, hot.
Yes, they have. It's exactly what they've needed early in games. Justin Stockton dancing his way to the 34-yard line, going to be about 2 yards shy of the first.
Well, it's no surprise to Coach Rick Neuheisel. When we talked to him, he said, look, we scrimmaged these guys in San Antonio, and we were actually pretty darn good. We did a good job in 7-on-7, so he's very confident in Wolford's ability. And with this offense, that RPO and the challenges that can bring, he felt very confident about the matchup going into tonight.
Stockton staying in the game on 3rd and 3. Wolford waiting for Marquise Bundy, but they weren't on the same page there as 4th down's going to be coming up. It's interesting, you talked about those two scrimmaging in training camp. Not only did they do those 7-on-7 drills, but Rick Neuheisel knew the exact number of passes they completed in those drills.
He was like Rain Man. Yeah, we were 29 of 33 going up against him.
Oh, the safety was wide.
Another long field goal attempt, this one from 53 yards out for Nick Folk. The kick's up, and the kick is true. Nick Folk kicking from distance ties the game up at 6. That's going to do a lot for that field goal percentage. And they're scoring in the first, something they have not done a lot of lately.
This room definitely needs a rug. Something to take it from okay to OMG. I found the perfect rug at the perfect price here at home, where you'll find every style with the biggest selection at the best prices.
Well, my parents met in Texas. Then they moved to Washington. They had me at Fort Knox. They keep all the gold there. After that, we moved to Georgia for a couple years. Then we spent some time in Korea. Seaweed snack. Ew. And now we live here for good.
Our members call many places home.
Oh, lots of questions.
So we made owning a home easier. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Well, it's only 6 points on the board, but it's a huge 6 points for Arizona. Check out the scoring in the first half. Week 1, they had 19 points. Since then, weeks 2 through 5, just 12 points in the first half. So this 6 is huge for them, Sean.
Well, no doubt, when your offense is clicking and not turning the ball over, it's going to make your defense play a lot better. But I got to be honest, they're probably having a conversation. He missed that touchdown throw, and then I think on the third down, he wasn't happy with where John went with the football.
Green 10, green 10.
Gilbert to throw, trying to squeeze it in there to Charles Johnson. He was surrounded by 3 hot shots.
Yeah, Gilbert tries to force this ball in here. See him look back to the left. Boy, he's lucky that wasn't an interception.
Yeah, that was Steve Boharness getting a hand on it. Boharness has been very active at inside linebacker for Arizona so far this season. Some good linebackers here. Steven Johnson, who you heard in pregame. Boharness, Scooby Wright's been performing well.
Green 10, green 10.
There's Davion Smith on 2nd and 10. Breaks a couple of tackles, keeps his feet. There's a flag down on the field, but that's very close to picking up the first down. Let's see what the call is here from referee Trey Blake.
Personal foul, force call or tackle. Defense, number 55. 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
It's Niles Morgan, who was their leading tackler last week.
Well, Arizona looked like they had 3 guys right there to make the tackle.
He had it for a minute. It kind of
like,
slipped off there.
Yeah, he grabbed it initially, but it looked like the hand came off, and he didn't pull him directly down.
No,
Yeah,
he almost just had him on the nameplate.
Yeah, it looked like he had just the jersey and not the shoulder pads, and it wasn't an immediate pull down. I think they could have let that slide.
Penalty puts the ball at the 49. Here's Smith. Running hard, picks up 5. Davion Smith, 119 yards last week against Birmingham. That was the most in the Alliance. 14 carries for $119. That's a pretty good day for the Michigan grad.
Yeah, you know, Dan, when you look at Arizona's record, 2-3, you think, man, they're giving up a lot of big plays defensively. This defense has been really good, especially in the back end. They've only given up 19 pass plays over 15 yards. That's the fewest in the Alliance.
Quick pass on 2nd and 5, trying to spin out of a tackle is Renell Hall. He's going to be about 2 yards shy.
And you see the tackle by Sterling Moore. I mentioned you might recognize some of these names. Obviously, Sterling Moore, undrafted player, had a 7-year NFL career. You might remember him as the guy that knocked the ball out of Lee Evans' hand in a playoff game, Baltimore Ravens, New England Patriots.
Indeed, a lot of NFL experience on this roster. 3rd and 3, the Apollos go into the air, and it pays dividends. First down after the catch is made by Jalen Marshall, and things get a little testy down there. Officials making sure everybody gets back to their proper positions as Jalen Marshall picks up the first down for the Apollos. Jalen Marshall, you talk about familiar faces. Played 10 games with the Jets in 2016. And again, all these guys.
Keep an eye on this right over here, Dan. You got a little trips left bunch.
Gilbert going to the air. And unable to hold on is Renell Hall.
So I circled the trips left bunch formation, and what that really is, just 3 wide receivers, Dan. And what it does, it just stresses the defense. Now all of a sudden, creates some space. You could see that ball just right through the hands.
They call it a bunch formation. Why, Sean?
Yeah, because they're all bunched up. They're tight.
Like a bunch of grapes.
Exactly. Cluster, if you will.
There you go.
Green 10, green 10.
Three receivers to the left for Gilbert. Gilbert has one, and that's going to be another first down for the Apollos. Catch made by former Gator Chris Thompson. And we have a man down around the 46-yard line for Arizona.
Nice job, Dan, of getting the first down after the catch right there. Deshaun Downey.
Outside linebacker. We'll keep you updated on his status right after this.
There are places in this world that bring things back.
On April 5th,
That cat was dead.
Church.
based on a novel by Stephen King,
I know what you're thinking of doing, but then don't come back the same.
Daddy.
the author of It and The Shining,
Sometimes dead is better.
Pet Cemetery, directed by Kevin Kolsch and Dennis Widmeyer.
Welcome back. There is Deshaun Downey walking off the field. Take another look at what happened to Downey here.
See Downey right 56 with an inside move right here. Looks like he's grabbing his shoulder, but
hopefully that's just a stinger for Downey, who came into the game with 3 sacks.
Yeah, he's been pretty productive for them. He had 2 sacks against Memphis. He had 1 sack last week.
Down. Green 10, green 10.
First down. Got a hand on the ball. That could have been worse for Garrett Gilbert and the Apollos, as that Arizona defense was swarming.
And it looked like Obum Gwacham, number 57. You're going to see him rush off the edge right here, working against the left tackle. He's going for the ball all the way right there. Just gets his right mitt on Garrett Gilbert's hand, working against Aaron Evans, the left tackle. I tell you, they've been so good at protecting the quarterback this entire season. Didn't give up a sack last week. You mentioned that before.
Green 10, green 10.
They've been phenomenal. Only allowed 7 sacks in 5 games this season. But they're coming after Gilbert here. He gets rid of it. Lucky it wasn't picked off. He was pressured by Olabumi Rotimi. So Boomy and Boom coming after him on consecutive plays.
Yeah, they're coming from both sides. You're going to see Boomy coming off of this side right here. A little TE twist. He was playing the defensive tackle. When the quarterback drifts out of the pocket like that, though, sometimes he's running right into the defense. But good job by Arizona clamping down here.
Boomy getting the start for Will Sutton, who's down this game with an injury.
Third down has not been great. We mentioned that before, but tonight Orlando's 4 for 5 on third down conversions.
Going to the air again on third down off the fingertips, so they're not going to convert this one. That was Charles Johnson unable to make the catch.
And again, it looks like, I mean, that ball was thrown a little bit inside. It was a little bit off target from what we've seen from Garrett Gilbert, but we've seen quite a few drops tonight. I wonder if the moisture down there is kind of affecting some of these receivers' hands.
Well, luckily, it didn't affect us pregame walking around. Your hair would have been a disaster for this game, but you're fine.
No, but that grass did feel fast.
Elliott Fry from 44 yards out. It's up, and it's good for the man who's still working in finance on the side while he plays football. That's one of the great stories in the Alliance. Steve Spurrier's chirps on the board once again. We're back in just a moment.
I've been a soldier for 3 years. I've scaled the toughest terrain and faced plenty of my fears as part of my training. And for the past 2 years, I've been a Navy Federal member. So even out here, I can pay securely with mobile pay, linked to my free checking account.
I don't know about this. It's
What did she say?
She said, I don't know about
I
that.
couldn't hear my helmet.
No, your ears are completely exposed.
Yeah, I just...
Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Not only do we talk football here, we have breaking news as well, Sean O'Hara.
Wow, okay,
This
what are you going to do?
Just in.
Are you reading from prompter?
To our Alliance broadcast booth, Johnny Manziel has signed with the AAF.
Wow.
Down.
That's big.
Mulaney. Mulaney, hunt.
Wolford to the air, has a man, that's Ross. Ross trying to break a tackle. He is right at the sticks, picks up the first down. And let's check in with Jason Fisher down on the sideline. Jason.
Hey, guys, just before Arizona took the field, Rick Neuheisel went up to his quarterback, John Wolford. He said, hey, you're playing well, stay composed, but we need 6. We need to find the end zone against this team. Let's see if they can do it on this drive.
Tim Cook checking in at running back. Here's Wolford. And he was trying to hit Freddie Martino, but that one really didn't have a chance.
No, Dan, I'm okay with that throw. He's doing that RPO, fakes the run play action. He wanted the slant. It wasn't there. Rather than force the ball in and possibly get a deflection or have a tip ball for a turnover, he just basically threw the ball away. So live to fight another down.
Not a big guy there in the pocket. Moves around well, does Wolford. He's listed at 6'1".
Hey, arc it.
I think you'd be lucky to be pushing 6 feet, but gets a little help here from Tim Cook. Cook on second down goes for about 6. Jarrell Worthy with the stop.
And Jarrell Worthy stepped in. He had a big game last week. 4 tackles. He had a sack. 2 tackles for a loss. Michigan State Spartan. He's a second-round pick for the Green Bay Packers in 2012. Had a 7-year NFL career. Out here putting in some work, showing he's worth.
Worthy showing his worth. I see what you're doing there. Most recently playing with the Bucs this past season for 4 games. 3rd and 4 for Arizona. Complete over the middle to Mulaney. And Arizona looking pretty good here early on. Wolford so far 8 of 12 for 83 yards.
Yeah, 4 of those catches have gone to Mulaney for 55 yards. Now we see why everyone was so excited about Richard coming back.
Hey, ready. Rhinos, go.
Wolford zips it out there. Another complete pass. This time it's Martino trying to get to that first down marker. He's going to be just short. Interesting talking to Rick Neuheisel. Even though Josh Huff, the former 3rd-round pick of the Eagles back in 2014, is on injured reserve with a knee injury now, Neuheisel said, listen, I'm not worried about this receiving core. We have plenty of guys with Bundy and Ross and Martino. We have guys who can make plays. And Wolford making a play here, picking up the first.
Yeah, nice conversion right there for him on the quarterback keeper. You mentioned the receivers. Freddie Martino, I mean, he was a former track star at Greenville. He's got some wheels. And I tell you what, he was about 1 tackle away from making that a big play on the previous throw.
How about the numbers for Wolford last week? 3 interceptions in the first half. Rick Neuheisel said, absolutely, I did think about pulling him out of the ball game, but I decided to leave him in there for another series, and then things just got better series after series.
He's been a second-half quarterback, no doubt, but did a good job rallying them back. And you jinxed Mulaney.
Well, I think White may have got a hand on the ball. Mulaney probably would have made that catch. That was a tough one.
Marquez White, number 27, 6th-round pick by the Dallas Cowboys in 2017. Watch him close on this ball right here. You're going to see if he got his hand on it. It looked like he had his left hand around the hip a little bit.
Yeah, he got it in there.
I think they expect Mulaney to come down with that ball.
Nice play by White. Played basketball at Florida State. And was a freshman on their national championship team in 2013. Second down run here for Tim Cook. Not a whole lot going there as Terrence Garvin, one of the men there to make the stop for the Apollos. You know, this defense, I don't think we talk about them enough for Orlando. A couple of weeks ago, they were right there in the middle of the pack defensively in terms of rankings. Now they're second and third in most major defensive categories. Looking for a stop here on 3rd and 6. Wolford complete to Ross, picks up the first down, knocked out of bounds by Deji Olatoye. And there's Ross, slow to get up on the sideline.
It looked like the pocket was collapsing on Wolford. You're going to see pressure like over the right guard as he escapes the pocket right here. And then look at him and Rashad Ross just working well together. A little scramble backyard drill.
That's Josh Banks down for the Apollos. We'll be back in a moment.
Have a seat. Okay, where's the food? What kind of meeting is this?
There's no food. We just said that so you would show up.
What? No food? There's someone we think you should talk to.
Hey, Dan, your coworkers told me you haven't done your taxes. I just want to say, you can call a TurboTax Live CPA for help. We'll help you get your refund and get back to your life.
You'd really do that for me?
Yeah, Dan. It's literally my job.
Thanks, guys.
So there's no snacks, nothing.
I brought kale.
TurboTax Live, now with CPAs on demand.
Josh Banks being helped off the field by the medical staff. Take another look at Banks here on that last play. See if we can figure out what happened.
Going to see Josh Banks right here. He's going to, what we call a bull rush on the right guard right here, and the right guard's going to, what we call a snatch or trap his hands. Looks like he just falls down wrong on his arm, and of course the big fella lays on him. Josh Banks was an undrafted free agent of the Giants. Now you see on the left side, and you can see as he goes down, tries to catch himself on his right arm.
From the 24.
See, he's holding his right arm right there. That usually means a shoulder injury. He wasn't expecting to hit the ground like that.
Yeah, it looked like it might have just jammed that shoulder, that elbow.
Easy. No key.
First down on the 24.
Down. Buedi Hunt.
This is Tim Cook up the middle, has some room inside the 15-yard line. Tim Cook played a few preseason games for the Jaguars, 8 to be exact, in 2017, 2018. And there's a look at Josh Banks, who is headed to the locker room with 6.5 minutes to go here in the first. 2nd and 2, keeping it on the ground again with Cook. Cook picks up the first for the Hotshots.
Dan, they call Tim Cook the sledgehammer. He's big, 6 foot, 245 pounds. From Oregon State. He's a Beaver. And ironically enough, he had just 30 carries at Oregon State. But they love to give him the football here. They actually threw him a touchdown pass a few weeks back. They said he wasn't even supposed to be out there. They wanted Jarrell Presley to be out there. He's their receiving running back. But Tim Cook was out on the field, and they threw it to him.
Cook out there again. Breaks a tackle. Tim Cook running hard down to the 6-yard line.
Tim Cook, the ball carrier.
You can see why they like him. He runs with a lot of force, picks up 5 here.
And they're going to pull the right tackle. It looks like the backside guard. There he's running through Reggie Northrup, number 52. Just runs with a lot of power.
Rhinos to go.
Again, keeping it on the ground with Cook down to the 4-yard line.
Looked like the same exact play. He's got Rashad Ross on the bubble screen. You know, one of the reasons why the RPO is so hard to defend, Dan, you're not just defending the run. From a secondary standpoint, you've got to defend the pass, too, and figure out what they're trying to do. Looks like they're trying to set up a little bubble screen to Rashad Ross on the outside.
That's Isaiah Burks, one of their starting defensive linemen. Down on the field, he's a Bowling Green graduate, was with the Packers on their practice squad in 2017, and worked out for the Giants this past season.
Oh, this is not good. They're getting a little thin on the defensive line. We already mentioned they're without Anthony Moten Jr., who was inactive. We saw Josh Banks injure his shoulder.
How about that? How cute is that? Just hanging out.
Oh, that's
playing
great.
on mom's phone for a second. That is adorable.
Cutie.
In conjunction with the Defensive line injuries we've been talking about. These are the two guys who were injured coming into the game. Okine and Moten, a couple of studs here. Okine, a linebacker, and Moten, a defensive end.
Yeah, Earl Okine, man, at 6'7", 265 pounds. He's a long guy. They really love what he can bring. The dimensions, both the run game and the passing game. Okine was with Bob Sanders in Arizona, so he vouched for him. But it's good to see Isaiah Burks jogging off right there.
3rd down and 3 from the 5-yard line. Jerome Presley checking back into the ball game for Arizona. Presley walking into the end zone, but we do have penalty flags on the play.
False start. Offense, number 79. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
Been a tough game so far for Malcolm Bunch.
Yeah, second penalty of the game. We had the holding penalty early on. Now you're going to see him. Yeah, he just a hair too soon. It looked like Presley was going to walk into the end zone on that play.
So now it's 3rd and 8. We have timeout called by Arizona. See what they can draw up here. In conjunction with Navy Federal Credit Union, the Alliance is proud to be staging a military seat upgrade program where families each and every week able to upgrade their seats on game day in recognition of their service. Very cool program. Thank you to Navy Federal Credit Union. Look at the fans here in Orlando. Some of the best fans in the Alliance. They love their football here. Spectrum Stadium. Home